Hello, my lovelies. How are you? For those of you that are new, my name is Kim. I am known as the Snitch Stitcher here on FlossTube, or YouTube, and on Instagram. And this is a channel about cross stitch. So if you like what you see, hit the like and subscribe button down below. Just, that way you know what's coming out when I have something new. For those of you that are coming back, thank you so much. I know that there are so many options out there, and I appreciate that you take time out of your day to listen to me yammer on about something that I love. So let's get to it. I know I am a day late. I went to Mom's for Mother's Day for the weekend, and I got back yesterday evening or yesterday afternoon. But I was pooped. I was really pooped. The drive was not really bad. It was just tiring, and so I just did not feel like recording last night. And it's late already here. It's on Monday, and I got home. I ate something, and then I just kind of edged out. So I knew I needed to get this done, or it would not be done for a few days. So let's jump on it. First of all, Lindy Stitches, she does several virtual events. So a couple of weeks, or wasn't this past weekend, it was the weekend prior, she had the spring mingle. It was so much fun, had a blast. It was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I went on all 3 days, stayed up late, had a really good time. I think my most fun was going into the international room, met some amazing people, and a naked cat in a jumper. If you know, you know. It was a thing. We are going to try to do a Zoom. I'm hoping we can grab some of our folks across the pond that can maybe come and join. We're going to be starting at 5 p.m. Central, U.S. Central Standard Time for Naked Cat in a Jumper Zoom. You don't have to be naked. You don't have to have a cat. It was just something fun. I just thought it would be fun. Anyway, so that's coming up, and I'm hoping that we get some of our folks across the pond that can come, because we did have a good time visiting, and I need some updates on Di, the naked cat. So hopefully Beth will be there. So let's get started with some webs. I have had some things that I've been working on. I haven't really been working too crazy on. I mean, I've really kind of just only been doing a few things. I don't know. It is what it is. I did have some prompts that I was working on. Another Tanya bag, of course. And this is one of my prompts. I believe this was one of my whip goals. Y'all, I don't know. It's Monday. My brain is done. So this is One Nation by Bygone Stitches. Pretty good size puppy. I did get some words done. I'm actually most of the way done with this white line here. So I need to get it finished off. Let me see which way I need to go. I need to put York on there, and then the last little who's that are on there. So we are making some progress. I would like to try to finish this by the end of the year. I know that coming up in the next couple of months, this is my project that I work on for patriotic type days. So I know that we're going to have some different military birthdays, as well as 4th of July, that kind of thing. So I'm hoping that it'll help prompt me to get some more stitching in on it. Fingers crossed. Whoops, and I just knocked that over. And I also have my my birthday style. Okay, so this is another Tanya bag. This is a way old one. This is from a few years ago. Some of you will recognize that Silky Floss. This is my birthday start, which is The Fruit of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery. Actually, I can kind of show you what it looks like. It hopefully doesn't have too much of a glare. So that's what it looks like when it's all done. Now, I am doing it a little different. I am doing it with Sulky, and it's really nice. Sulky 1/2, and I'm really enjoying it. And I realize I have a lot of fabric that I need to cut off. I know it's kind of hard to see on the camera because the camera doesn't pick it up. I do have this lighter tealy blue color, then I have the darker. So I am doing some of the darker colors in each of the little medallions. But I also am doing some of the lighter colors too. There, you can actually kind of see it when I zoom in a little bit. I know it's not doing super great, but I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm double counting. I know that my friend B had some issues with counting. She's had to restart hers. She started it on my birthday as well. And Kelly has been working on hers, and she's down towards the end, and she had like 8 extra rows, and oh yeah, she had a lot of frogging, and we all felt it for her. It sucked. It really sucked. Let's see. The other birthday project that I'm working on is a Sal. This is not a Tanya bag. This is just a really cute Alice in Wonderland bag. Is Matter in Hand by Jeanette Douglas, and this is a birthday project for Tammi, Leopard and Lace Co. XOXO. Her birthday is April 1st. My birthday is March 1st, so I'm doing this kind of in her honor for her birthday. So I'm most of the way through this tomato. I thought I was going to be able to get it done. We just got really crazy busy at work, and I didn't get to work on it at lunch. And I only took a couple of things with me to Mom's to work on. So yeah, it is. But I got a good chunk of the tomato done. There's only like, I think maybe like 3 more rows left, and then to do the little strawberry that comes off of there, and then we'll have one more motif. So it's getting there. I am really enjoying working on it. I just need to try to diversify and work on a whole bunch of different stuff. But I do work on Fruit of Plenty and Matter in Hand. Those are kind of my focus pieces for the first week of every month. And I'll keep on doing that until I get those done, which we know that I will definitely have Matter in Hand done probably long, long before I ever get Fruit of Plenty. And that's okay. That's perfectly okay. And my piece, and I have not had a lot of What the Flock Fridays. It just hasn't happened. I didn't take anything with me to Mom's. I flat forgot. I didn't even think about it, but I did take some pictures of her birds, so I figured that would work for the flock. This is a fancy flamingo, and it is by Hands On Design. I know that the blue does not really show up really well on here. In person, it really stands out. But I really enjoy this, and of course it's got the flamingos, and I have my flamingo needle binder because I have bunches of those because I have awesome friends. And this was the non-bastard bag. This is a bag that I made doing zippers and French seams, and the bastard bag was the first one that I did, and the French seams turned out horrible, and it turned out smaller, like an inch smaller, 1.5 inches smaller this way, and I think smaller down that way. I don't remember. But I jokingly call it my bastard bag because I was definitely cussing when I did that. Let's see. I have also been working on another Tanya bag. I love this. This is by Velvet Pony. She's Pony Stitches on Instagram, but it's Velvet Pony Design. And this is a Sal. It is called The Wings of Spring, and I am woefully behind. She just released the 3rd release. I still have not finished up the 2nd release. I've got to finish this. I got a good chunk of this wing done today. I only have a little bit left, but I ran out of time. And so I've got to do this top wing that matches, and then I believe there's a couple more little flowers, and then we're going to come over here with a couple more. And these colors are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And they're kind of tangled too as well. But I love these together. They're really pretty. I love the oranges, the red, the yellows, and even the browns. I know. I don't know who I am. But yeah, I really like it. It's a lot of fun, and I just need to get my button gear and try to get some of that knocked out. I think that's going to be that, and the other 2 that I'm about to show you are going to be my focuses for the primary this week. That's why I took this one with me to work today. So these others I actually started on the Spring Mingle, and I worked on them primarily. That was my primary function. Another Tanya bag, and this is my Frida, and I have got like 3 different bags of this and a little toolkit too. They're out of this fabric because I love me some Frida, and I love these colors, and so Tanya surprised me with this one, and it's gorgeous, and it houses both of these projects. Now these projects are and I've just got a whole big old mess over here, got wrapped around that hoop. These are some test stitches for Jody at Hexed Stitchcraft, and I know that I've shown you guys the photos before, but I'm going to show you what we have here, and I'll try to remember to put them in. So we'll put both of them in, or try to. The first one is the Patchwork Dragonfly. Oh, what did I do? Oh, my needle minders were sticking together, so it was trying to get both of these to stick together, and I'm like, what the heck? I knew something wasn't right. So let me get this on here straight. And I do have some of my regular DMC. So this is what I have so far. I just have the body. But are these colors not gorgeous? They're absolutely freaking gorgeous. And I don't have my cards in here. Because I don't think I've made cards for these. Shame on me. Shame on me. But I'm really loving these colors. They're really pretty. So it's going to be a Patchwork Dragonfly. This is some fabric from Not Under the Sea. From Mystic Fabrics. I think this one's Eris. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway. But I like it. It's kind of a blue and a kind of a peachy pink kind of color in the undertones. And I thought it would make the purples and blues stand out. So we shall see. And then the other is, it's called the Pink Dragonfly. Grab these colors really quick. They're a lot of fun. And this is on another Mystic Fabric. It's a 32 count Lugana, just like the other. And so I've got the body done. I've got to finish the antenna that comes up here on both sides and then get into the wings. But it's really pretty. This is actually a little bit more grapey color than what it looks like. It's looking a little bit more blue, but these are some really pretty colors. I'm really enjoying them. And I thought I did pretty decent stitching on both of those, considering I was on a virtual event and we got to talking a lot. And so, you know how that goes. You get to talking, my mouth gets going and my hands stop working. But I did pretty good. I think those are both about 500 plus stitches. And then I have a new start. Yes, I have a new start. Another new start. And this is another Tanya bag, and I thought it was appropriate. This was my Women Positive piece for Mother's Day. I actually started a couple of days before Mother's Day because I wanted to get it going before I got to Mom's, because it would make it a lot easier. Gotta find it down in here. And this is the Self-Love. I think it's just Self-Love. I don't think it's a sal or anything. But it is by Birdies Crossing, and I am doing this on a piece of Olympia 32 count Lugana from Mystic Fabrics, and this floss is called, it is Isla Mohair by Mosale. Mosale, this is silks. I'm doing it 1/2, and oh my gosh, it is so wonderful, so wonderful. And the variegation on it is not super crazy, but I love it because you can still see the motifs. Some of the variegations, I think you lose some of the detail of the pattern and of the lettering because it's so variegated when you get multiple colors and it goes really super dark to super light, and it makes it difficult to see. But I'm really loving the variegation on these pieces. I think it looks wonderful, and I'm really enjoying it. And I started in the middle to make it a little bit easier for myself, so I could have it a little bit better centered. And it's been feeling kind of good about having the damn I'm beautiful. Seeing that kind of reminds me to remind myself that damn, I am beautiful. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I think I am. I'm inside, outside, whatever. And so I'm really loving this. It's got a lot of really good women positive messages, and it doesn't have to be just woman positive. I mean, it is a little bit more. I mean, because one piece says fierce, one piece says queen. It's got crowns. It's got all kinds of wonderful stuff, and I'm just really loving it. I had a hard time putting it down, even over at Mom's. It was just, I really got into it and really enjoyed it. And so I was super excited, and I was definitely enabled this by Kelly. Kelly made me do it. We have a hashtag, Kelly made me do it. Damn it, Kelly. But I'm really excited about it. I am really enjoying it. And I will show you as part of, well, I really didn't have a whole lot of haul. I really haven't done a whole lot of shopping, but I did get this floss. And so the one bit that I did of the Isla Mohair, and I've kind of broken it up into some smaller pieces, but it is from Mosale. Let me pull this up, and I'm dropping stuff everywhere. because that's what I do. Everything's sticking together. That's just the way it is. But it's Mo's Sale. And she has a Facebook group. I'm guessing I don't know. But this floss is freaking gorgeous. Look at that. And it's so soft. And it smells good. It's like a fabric softener or something, I'm sure, but it smells good and it's so soft. This one was really neat. It was 120 yards. And then and where I actually found this originally is because Kelly found this floss, and it's called Frida Kahlo. And y'all know me and Frida. But look at these colors. It's like it's got some of the pinks that are like in that other floss, but it also has some browns and some tans and some purples. A little bit of an orangey, peachy color, like a teal and into a green. It is so pretty, and I just really love it. I don't know yet what I'm going to use this for. I got 2 skeins of this, and these are 17.4 yards each. And if I'm using them on the Lugana, like 32 Lugana over 2, I could easily just do 1 strand. It has really good coverage. With the pink, it ends up I have 120 yards. Yeah. So you guys will be seeing that somewhere, definitely. This is, like I said, this is half of that. And this is a portion of it that I pulled out from that other one because I didn't want it to get all boogered up in the bag. And I am using much shorter lengths than I'm using like half this. So it's basically this length is what I'm using to stitch with. Because it is so soft that I don't want to take a chance on it starting to fray. And it does smell so good. I know that's weird. I don't know why I sniff things, but I really like it. Other than that, I don't really have a whole lot that I have shopped. I've worked a little bit on the baby blanket still. Not a whole lot. Not enough to get it done. Found out that the baby was born Saturday. So, yeah, I'm behind. It's okay. It is what it is. It's all good. It's all good. Now, there was a gal, and let me find this real quick so I can tell you what her name is, that had, it is One Cat Crafting. She mentioned that she had a pattern, a start. She was giving it up for adoption. It's the All Souls Veerlander. And she also sent the DMC. It's on 36 count. And we had talked about this, I think, in January. And then I got it in the mail the other day. Ooh, and I dropped floss. I'll pick it up in a minute. It definitely needs an iron, desperately, but it is really pretty, and her stitching is gorgeous. So this is where she's got so far, and she abandoned it. And it does have, this is DMC floss. It's 115. It's a really pretty variegated. So she did send, I think, like 3 skeins of that to work on this. So I do need to get the pattern. Actually, I think I have the pattern. I just need to find it. And so that I can finish stitching this. And so I so appreciate it. She wouldn't let me pay her nothing. She's just sent it to me. I believe she's in Canada. So I'm really excited about getting started on it. I probably won't get started on it for about another month or so, but I will get going on it eventually. Y'all know how it is. You know how it is. It's how things work. Other than that, I don't really have a whole lot. I do, coming up towards the end of the month, I am going to have, like, for Memorial Day, I'll be doing One Nation, definitely, because I'm off on the 26th, that Monday. So I'll be doing that. And then other than that, I've got my local stitchy group this coming Saturday, Stab and Gab. And then I think, let's see, tomorrow's the 13th, so I need to pull out Jacques de Lantern because I've kind of neglected him the last couple of months. And then on the 14th, I'll work on something love related. I may pull out self-love because I'm having a hard time putting it down. I really am enjoying it. And y'all, I don't know what's going on with this crazy hair today. Hopefully I wasn't doing that all day today at work, but you know, yeah, look at that. Look at that. I don't know what that is, and it won't go away. So ignore my crazy hair. Let's see. And then, of course, my normal Christmas on the 25th. And I do have a Halloween. We do have the 31st, so I'll be working on something Halloween related. And then we come into June, and I don't really have a whole heck of a lot going on in June. I mean, it's the normal stuff. I do have One Nation that I'm going to be working on at least once. I do have Stitching Sirens Retreat coming up. It's going to be in San Antonio. And that's towards the end of June. So I'm really excited about that. And so just kind of trying to get my ducks in a row. I've got several of my group's birthdays, so I've got to get some birthday cards out, that kind of thing. And then I'm still trying to figure out which Frida patterns I'm going to be doing in July. So I'm going to do a Frida Frenzy in July. At least 4 patterns that I'm going to start. At least 4, maybe more. I don't know. I have a lot of Frida patterns, and I haven't decided 100% yet which ones I want to do. So we're getting there. But because that's pretty much all I have, honestly. It's been kind of meh. I mean, I stayed stitching on the Mingle, which was so much fun. I think there is another one coming up in July. I think it's the summer one. And then we'll have, there's a few more. So if you go to Lindy Stitches, go to her virtual events. Actually, if you go to, I think it's on her page under Lindy Stitches, and it'll be the virtual events, and it has the list. And they're like $12. $12 for basically an online retreat. It was really neat. They had a finishing class where you could bring your stuff and just get suggestions on how to finish it. The lounges are always really great. We always have a good time. We did my local stab and gab group. There was a few of us that got together and kind of going into some of these rooms, and we were cracking up because we made up bingo cards. Yeah. So, because you've always got the bossy one that's in a room. There's always the ones that, it's like, oh, no, you're on mute. Oh, no, you're not on mute. They'll be talking about cats. They'll be talking about dogs. They'll be talking about animal bodily functions. Talking about, what do you do with your stash when you die? There's just all kinds of stuff, like a spouse popping in midway, or kids in the background, or something like that. So we did bingo cards, and it made it even more fun because it was just goofy, but just some of the conversations you have on there and some of the people you get to meet, it's a lot of fun. It's really neat. And if you're not sure about ever going to like an in-person retreat, try a virtual event, especially something like this one. It happens multiple times a year. And it's nice to get in there and you can kind of get comfortable with talking with people, especially if you haven't been really in the mix or have anybody around you that you can talk about this stuff. We talk about everything, and I do mean everything. It is really funny. We talk about getting older. We talk about being young. We talk about kids. We talk about animals, spouses. We talk about politics. We talk about the world in general. Just a little bit of everything, and just about any topic you can imagine. Depending on the room, you're gonna be there. Sorry, I have like a hair on my nose and it's tickling. But it's a lot of fun. I do suggest doing it. It's, and if you're one of my viewers, or you follow me on Instagram and you come in, remember that I don't necessarily know your name if you don't have your name on there. And I don't necessarily know your face because I don't normally see your faces. Unless you come on the Zoom. We have our Tuesday night Zoom sit and stitch. So come hang out with us, and then I can see your face and I know who you are. But if I don't know who you are, please tell me who you are. Reach out to me. Say, hey, I'm here in the room with you, and I would love that. It tickles me to death. It's so much fun. Other than that, I do have a few patterns that okay, so Tanya is like the master at going to Pass the Stash at different events, and she finds all kinds of good stuff. She did find some that I really liked that she was like, hey, do you want these? And I'm like, yeah. So these are just, if I had a flower, I really like that. I'm not as big of a fan of the variegated floss on that, but I do like the idea. This one is cute. That little snowflake snowman. I thought he was really cute. Found some cute ones that I just thought would be just fun little ones. And then, of course, you got to have some Annies. Grab your balls. It's canning season. And I thought this one it's Little House Needleworks, and the rain fell. And it says, the rain fell, the flowers grew, gray skies faded into blue. And I love it with the, come on, zoom in there. Of course it doesn't want to cooperate. Anyway, there it is. But I love the umbrella. I love all of it. I just thought it was pretty. And Tanya knows me. She knows the stuff I like. It's all good. So other than that, I don't really have anything. It's a quick one. It's a quickie. Life is, we're doing, going to work, coming home. I still have a disaster. Oh, I did have something that I did. I showed it on Instagram, and I know it wasn't very good pictures. But I did get to organizing some of my fabric. So, I have comic book boards. Somebody showed me this with some, I think it was like regular fabric, because I used to have a lot of quilting fabric. I've gotten rid of a lot of it because I just don't do it very often. But I have these wonderful fabric boxes, and they have lids on them. And so I have my fabrics, and they are so awesome. So these are everything but 32 count, because apparently 32 count is my happy spot. Because this puppy right here is nothing but 32. It's 32 linen, Bygone, and Joblin. I don't have a whole lot of Joblin. Well, at least I haven't got to all the Joblin. But look at the pretty colors. So, I have been using comic book boards. Some people use some of the larger ones. I preferred the smaller ones. So I use this size comic book boards. I had just put my labeler that I used to put what kind of the count and what it was to make it a little bit easier. And then I have these awesome little clippies, and you can buy them made in China, of course, because everything's made in China. Got them on the Zon, same with the comic book boards. And it's these little clippies. You see them on shirts and stuff, and they work perfect for holding the fabric on. So let me grab one of these so you can kind of see what I have done here. So I have just folded it to where this is the size. This one's a larger. This one is a half a yard. It's 30. And what I did is I kept the label that was on it. This is some Money Dodona, 32 count linen. I did write what size the fabric was, just so I have the dimensions. It makes it a lot easier when I'm looking for something specific. And just the way I folded it, and then I just clipped it with these little guys on either side, just to kind of hold it in place. Now, I am going to be putting all of these in their individual clear sheet protectors to put them down in there. It'll make them slide a little bit better. And with some of these overdyed fabrics, I don't want to take a chance on anything rubbing on each other and any possibility of color transfer, because it can happen with some of these heavily dyed fabrics. But it works really well. I thought about maybe writing on these. This one happens to be a sticker. Some of them I did just kind of stick the label on there. Let me see if I can find one real quick to show you. So I just ended up using one of the little pins or the little clippies, and I just put the label directly from the dyer on there. And so this one's a nice darker fabric, and I don't want to put it beside anything super light because it is so dark and saturated. I don't want to take a chance on it, especially if I happen to get any moisture in my house or anything like that. God forbid, anywhere near my fabric, but it can happen. So I figured it'd be a better option for it to be tucked away into a sheet protector and then put down into the box according to size. Now, once I go through all of my fabrics and I get them all done like this, I will go through and probably put them in a little bit more of a color order, put all the blues together from light to dark, put any reds or tans or whatever together. Right now I'm just going by size just to get them put away so that I can see what I have. And I do still have quite a bit. I still have more fabric. I'm a fabric slut. We all know this. It's a thing. It's a whole thing. It's all good. And I still get more. Partially is thanks to my friend Debbie, who keeps on giving me fabric. But I still realize that I have a ton of small pieces. I have like a whole little tote over here full of like smaller pieces that are going to go into my, see, like this thing is full. And these are all little pieces. This is like a Platinum Belfast 32. It's 14 by 9. It won't go on that little piece. Some little cut-off pieces like this. Some of these little small cut-offs from different projects and different things. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Cut-offs from other projects that sometimes it's nice to have these little pieces. Use them for ornament cuts or who knows what. And so I'll put these in my binders, and you guys have seen me do with my binders before. If you want, want to see it again, let me know, and I can pull it out. The binders just basically have clear sheet protectors with a white piece of paper in there, and I put it by count for smaller pieces, and I put the dimensions. It makes it really nice. It's like I have like this. I don't even know what this is, and it's had pieces cut off of it, so it's going to be harder for me to be able to count that. So I need to be able to wrap that and separate it. I may go ahead and cut some of it. It's like this has got something on it. I don't know. So anything that I wasn't sure of, didn't have a direct label, just kind of came in here. Like I have this creamy, this is some kind of even weave. And just little small pieces and cut-offs of different things. So I've already used this half on something else. And so that way I can keep it a little bit separate and figure it out. So anyway, that's a future me problem. I worked on the other day, and I was so proud of myself. So let's get to some poetry. I do have a new poetry book. I found them actually through Instagram. When I see some poems and things, and because of my algorithm, it helps me see some different authors. And of course, I always have my Ruby Kaur because I love Ruby Kaur. So let's do this first one. It is from Milk and Honey, Ruby Kaur. And I love this. And I don't know if I've done this one before. And if I have, I apologize. But it really called out to me. It didn't have a little tabby. So I'm thinking I have it. I want to apologize to all the women that I have called pretty before I've ever called them intelligent or brave. I am so sorry I made it sound as though something as simple as what you're born with is the most important thing you have to be proud of when your spirit has crushed mountains. From now on, I will say things like, you are resilient, or you are extraordinary. Not because I don't think you're pretty, but because you are so much more than that. And you are. We all are. You are beautiful. Damn, I'm beautiful. And damn, you're beautiful. So this one I really like. This is Sometimes 101 Days of Healing Through Words. And this is Vishaka Jane. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that. I apologize. And this one called out to me. This is day 58. Sometimes you fail to realize how special you are and the happiness you bring into others' people's lives because you are too busy criticizing the extra 20 pounds, the pimple on your skin, the way you dress, the way you talk, and the way you walk. Remember, the things that you constantly criticize about make you, you. And you are beautiful. You are. So that's day 58. Really enjoyed this. I've flipped through, and everything that I've come across has just been like, oh, yes, 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 yes. It's just, okay, here's one. Healing is finding balance between the strength to hold on and the courage to let go. Damn Skippy. And I love it. I absolutely love it. So with that, I'm going to let you go. You get to escape and go watch somebody else. That is, if you've made it this far, I hope you have. And I just hope you have an amazing week coming up, and that you just keep on doing what makes your heart happy, and keep stitching. Keep doing that thing that brings you joy. Work on that pattern that you keep on putting off to the side because you're like, oh, I need to get this done. I need to get this done. No, take time for you. Stitch on what you want to. Don't stitch on something if you're sick of it. You can have more than one project. It's okay. I have like 60 plus projects. It's okay. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but you can do more than one at a time. And if you're sick of it and it's getting to the point where you're not enjoying it, work on something else for a little bit. It's not a problem. It's going to be okay. I thought for the longest time that I had to be a monogamous snitcher because I thought it was irresponsible to start something new. Fuck it. I am irresponsible. I am starting all the new things because they bring me joy. Will they get done? Yeah, eventually. Does it have to be done right now? No, but that's okay. I'm a process stitcher, so I'm not so worried about the finish. I'm worried about the process of doing it. But I know for some of you that it's the project. I get it. But don't push yourself to keep on doing something that you're not enjoying. put it away for a little bit. You can start on something new and enjoy it. And when you get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm ready to stop on this one, hop back over to the other one. It's okay. I give you permission. It's okay. So do what makes your heart happy. Keep on stitching, and I will see you guys soon. I hope you all had a happy Mother's Day, whether you have your mother with you or you don't, and I'm sorry if you don't. I'm lucky that I do, and I got to spend an awesome weekend with my mom and visiting with a couple of my cousins and just enjoying our time together. So, just like I enjoy spending time with you. So, don't forget that tomorrow, Tuesday, is the Zoom Sit and Stitch. It'll be 7 p.m. Central Time. I will put the link up on my Instagram page. It's the Snitch Stitcher on Instagram as well as here on FlossTube. And follow the link on the link tree and come join us. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, we're also going to be doing one on Friday. I'll put the link up on Friday, and we're starting at 5 p.m. Central. I don't know when or if everybody's going to join. If they do, great. If I'm there on my own, I'll still be stitching because that's what I do usually on Friday evenings anyway. And it'd be great to see your face. And even if you don't turn your camera on, it'd be just great to visit with you. So, love you guys. Bye.